One person is injured and another is being questioned tonight after an explosion and fire in Vanderburgh County.
Officials say the explosion was reported just after 5 by a neighbor in the 3400 block of North St. Joseph Avenue.
Eyewitness News' Ann Powell spoke with a resident and has reaction tonight.
Residents say this is very unusual to happen on North St. Joseph Avenue. One person I spoke with says she was at Rural King when this took place, and she says she saw EMS flying down the road, and she was wondering what was going on.
I'm not saying that we don't really know what the cause of this is, but it does kind of remind one of how the heyday of meth labs back in the early 2000s.
Several agencies responded to investigate, including the sheriff's office, fire departments, and ambulances.
And we found a woman in the backyard of that residence. She was severely burned.
Sheriff Noah Robinson tells us there was an explosion and fire and says the woman was airlifted to a burn unit for treatment. The sheriff says several suspicious items were found inside the home and called the Evansville Police Bomb Squad to help.
Got a drone inside the residence along with a robot that the Evansville Police Department uses to inspect the scene to make sure that we don't put any of our personnel in danger.
The sheriff would not say what the suspicious items are, but said it posed enough danger to cause authorities to evacuate immediately.
It's not that common anymore for us to have these kind of scenes like this where we're seeing suspicious items. Ever since the homegrown meth kind of lost its appeal and heyday in the late 2000s. So Evansville still does have a severe meth problem, but that meth typically comes from south of the border or other places. You don't see that production being grown in homegrown labs anymore.
The sheriff says one person was inside the home when the explosion occurred. He says that person was not injured and is being questioned. The sheriff also says the FBI and the Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives Bureau have been notified of the situation.
We've not called them out yet. We would not normally do that unless we suspected an actual explosive device that was created. We may involve them, of course, if we need their expertise, but right now I'm letting the Evansville Bomb Squad make that call, and right now it's just too soon to tell what we're dealing with.
Sheriff Robinson says at this time there is no threat to the public. In Vanderburgh County, Ann Powell, Eyewitness News.